Hello, ladies and gentlemen, crypto deep divers. Welcome back to Weekly Crypto. Today, I'm going to talk about EOS. And Andreas Antonopolous call out the global banking cartel. I also will touch on Lee Litecoin. Just in case you are new to the channel, just to remind everybody that BetDice is having a lucky draw every day. So this is basically free EOS. So make sure you go to do lucky draw and get some free EOS. And also payout, you can claim your payout. Also, you can stake additional token to earn additional payout. If you're interested, you can click the link below. And EOSBET become the first licensed on-chain blockchain casino. So basically, EOSBET become the first open source casino on the EOS network to receive an online gambling license. And so basically, they secure accreditation from one of the world's oldest established online gambling regulatories, and that is from Caribbean island. So this is pretty cool. And EOSBET also giving out dividends. So if you're interested, you can click the link below. And I think some of my viewers asking me EOS wish whether we received the airdrops. For me, I haven't received any airdrops from the EOS or my wish. And based on the instruction, snapshot is it was October 16th, and the EOS distribution will be complete in 3 weeks after the snapshot date. So by November 6th, all token will be distributing or is already distributed. For some reason, I haven't received it. I don't know if there's a further instruction we need to claim it or whatnot. So if you guys receive my wish or EOS token, please comment below. And also Ticket Foley is going to have an airdrop on the fourth quarter, but I don't know. Basically, we don't have information when will be the distribution, when will be the airdrop date or snapshot. Also, EOS Toolkit, you can go to EOS Toolkit to air grab some of your token. So you have Nibali, Ethereum, Por, Seed token, Trybe, and also you have WIS token. So to air grab, you make sure you have enough RAM in your wallet, and RAM you have to buy RAM basically. So this is not free. So if you air grab, it's going to use your RAM. Also, EOS Cafe is going to have an airdrop December 25th, Christmas Day, and December 21st will be snapshot day. So make sure you transfer your EOS out of the exchange to your EOS account. And also Unclock, I think people asking, I think one of my viewers asking me whether they have airdrops. I doubt they have any airdrops. Looks like this is an ICO. You have to go for KYC, join the whitelist and KYC process. Looks like there's no airdrop for this particular token. So this is basically a cybersecurity threat management. Before we get into that, make sure you subscribe to my channel so you don't miss out the upcoming airdrop, token swap, hard fork, or ICO. Also, you can follow me on Twitter as well. So Andreas is a very prominent figure in the Bitcoin community. He basically called out the global banking cartel. And as part of the Internet of Money tour, Andreas Antonopolous gave a talk about escaping from the global banking cartel. And the talk probably a day or 2 days ago, I have watched the talk probably a day or 2 days ago. That was a pretty interesting talk, and I'll put the link below. You should watch the talk. This is pretty interesting. So basically, he gave strategies how individuals and collectives can escape from the global banking cartel. And one of his best-selling books is Mastering Bitcoin, and then he spoke at the Edmund Center for the Arts in Seattle. So he began his talk by posting the questions: what do you call it when a bunch of companies collude to set price, fix market, capture regulators, and bribe politicians? So we talk so much about cartel in drugs and oil, but rarely about one of the largest cartel in the world is banking. So we call it a cartel. And Andreas basically talk about banking or information cartel. Cartel are most insidious when you talk about them, and regulators are there for. So regulators are basically so-called consumer protection regulators. And also, he pointed out a recent example for the Mexico cartel and Colombia. They basically laundering money over 881 million through HSBC. I mean, even traditional banking system, you can do money laundering. And then they try to stigmatize cryptocurrency, saying Bitcoin, you use it for drugs, you use it for trade in drugs or for money laundering. I mean, even though fiat currency, you can use that for money laundering, isn't it? So in most cases, the fines imposed by the regulators are less than the profit made from money laundering. If the penalty is less than what you earn doing the crime, then this is a system of immunity. So basically not immoral, but amoral corporations. Basically amoral corporations. So Andreas basically outlined why modern corporations are not immoral, but basically amoral. He gave a fictitious example how a company may decide to increase their profit margin by deciding to sell facial recognition technology to law enforcement agency. So example like this, you can see how an entity could be caught in a moral dilemma into a profitable demand for these services versus empowering potential clients with tools that may potentially violate state constitution around the world. So he did joke that as a strategy to negate legal ramifications, if any global constitutions were violated, it would probably also include a terms of services breach for the entity providing for the services. So do you remember those are terms of services? You don't even read, you just say agree and all that jazz, right? And the exit strategy. Toward the end of the talk, Andreas basically advocate individuals and collectives to exit not just in money, in corporate governance, in law, in voting. Until money breaks, the premium of liberty is the ability not to care about it. In a way that is true, in this day of the society. What do you think about that? The premium of liberty is the ability not to care about it until the money breaks. The architecture he pushed for resembled that of an open source movement itself, that is peer-to-peer, flat, decentralized, end-to-end, and innovate at the edges without permission. Andreas claimed that half of the people in the industry did not even know what is a credit default swap at the time of the financial crisis, at the time of 2008 crash. I mean, this is interesting. Like half of the people who work in the industry don't even know what is a credit default swap. That was crazy. How can you not knowing that? And this was also one of the biggest thing that caused the financial collapse of 2008. But so the banking cartel robbed us blind, and they stripped the entire economy, and they had a mountain of fraud, and it was all ignored. As you know, the government has to bail them out, and the Federal Reserve, they basically dumped 10 trillion into quantitative easing. So quantitative easing is basically printing money out of thin air. So that's why they have QE1, quantitative easing also called QE. QE1, QE2, QE3, QE4, QE infinity. And the previous Fed chairman, Ben Bernanke, he's saying that he want to create a QE is basically want to create a wealth effect. So basically, they print a whole bunch of money. They give a whole bunch of free money to the banking, to the big banks. Okay, to the big banks, to the institution, and those big banks and all that, they got bonuses and all that, and all this money is come from the taxpayer. Of course, I mean it's coming from the pocket from all the taxpayer, and those institutions they just put the money into the stock market, into real estate, and right now it pumps up the economy and everything. Now create another gigantic bubble once again. So we'll see how it goes. And right now they're trying to rewinding by increasing the interest rate. I think it's a little bit too late. They should have increased the interest rate probably back probably 2016 or even 2015, but they're doing too late. Right now, the bubble is too big. So I'm not sure when will be the next financial crisis coming up. We'll see. And also the stock market, since the financial crisis in 2008, it has been keep going up, and doesn't have a major corrections. And this is a stretch of the long bull run of the stock market. Usually the cycle is like every 7 years or stuff like that, right? And right now it's almost 2008, right? It's almost more than 10 years of the bull market. I mean, every economy has a cycle. So I'm not sure how long this pump. So I think I don't know. So right now it's not it's I don't know. But let me know what you think. I would like to hear from you. So basically, we must stop the cartel of money by exiting and using peer-to-peer money. That is absolutely true. So I don't know what's your reason to get into crypto. Um, a lot of people have different reasons, and a lot of people, because of the financial crisis 2008, and because of the irresponsible of the institution, they put in they basically give out they irresponsibly give out the loans to the regular average Joe. They don't even qualify for a mortgage basically, and they basically have them sign all this mortgage, and then they repackage all this toxic mortgage, and then they sell it to the investor. They don't keep those toxic mortgage, and the investor is the one who lose big money at the end. So, and at the end, after the financial crisis, and the government has to bail them out, and they have to do QE1, QE2, QE3, whatever, and pump up the economy again. And right now we create another gigantic bubble. So I don't know. So let me know what you think. Do you think this is one of the reasons you get into crypto, or another reason you just want to go to Lambo? You just want to make quick money. Don't care about the technology. Don't give a. I mean, the thing is, you have that kind of mentality, you're going to lose big money in crypto. So, but anyway, let me know what you think about this exit out from the traditional monitoring system. Please comment below. Do you plan on exit from the fiat currency? And what do you think about the quantitative easing, the pump $10 trillion into the institution? So right now there's no inflation. Right now there's still inflation, but inflation is not too high because all the money is still in the institutional level. So that's the reason. So that's why the stock market and the real estate is pumping so high. But anyway, let me know what you think about this. I would be like to hear from you. So Charlie Lee is the greatest trader we have ever seen. So I think a lot of people are very mad at Charlie Lee. Before, I think last year, people see Charlie Lee as a, whatever Charlie Lee said, they treat him as a gospel, right? They said there's no Bitcoin Cash hard fork and all that, and they will say the Bitcoin Cash hard fork is a scam. But at the end, there's a Bitcoin Cash hard fork, and they treat him like a god or whatever. But right now, people probably are very mad at him because he sold all his Litecoin at the peak. So that's why he is one of the greatest trader ever. So he sold all his Litecoin at the highest, around $300, and right now Litecoin is only 30 some bucks. So and also he basically saying that he doesn't want to have a conflict of interest. He just want to focus on the development of Litecoin, and when people ask him whether he's going to buy back because Litecoin has fallen so much, and then he's saying no, I think people are not very happy at all because. But anyway, so let me know what you think about Litecoin. Do you think Litecoin is going to survive in this crypto winter or crypto bloodbath? Do you think Litecoin will still exist in the next 5 years? Please comment below. And also, let's see. Also, Super Crypto talk about cartel, Bitcoin manipulation, cartel price suppressions. Basically, the price suppressions is done by the cartel. I think he published this article back on February 1st. A lot of people are very skeptical, doesn't believe him, but do not believe in him. And he actually is the one who made the call of 95% of correction of Bitcoin when Bitcoin was 20,000. And he got, I think people are bashing him, bombard at him, say he's crazy. Right now it's 20,000. We are going to 50,000 or 100,000. We're going to the moon. But he made the right call. So sometimes when everybody is so bullish, you got to look at the other side, not just the positive aspect, but also the negative aspect. You need to look at both sides. And also whatever the people said, even though prominent figure saying that he or she will not do something, doesn't mean that he or she will not do it in the future. So you got to read behind the lines. You cannot just read it as a face value. You got to be skeptical, especially a lot of crypto is not going to survive in the next 5 years. And not just about 5 years, in the next 2 years, it may be a lot of crypto may not survive. So I talk about that 90% of the project is going to fail. So so you got to be very skeptical what people told you, no matter how prominent that person or the leader or spiritual leader or leader of the project. So you got to look behind. You got to think behind what is behind going on, and you have to read not just in the face value. You got to be skeptical. And if everybody say go to the same direction, that means that maybe you may not, how can I say, if everybody go to the same direction, maybe you want to go to the opposite direction. You don't want to follow the herds. You got to have some independent thinking. Also, you got to think critically. Otherwise, you're going to lose big money in this type of market. And let's go to Bitcoin quickly. So Bitcoin, nothing new. So so we'll see what's going on. But prepare for the worst, hope for the best. That's all we can do at this time. We are still in the bear market, and we are still in probably, let's go to the chart quickly. So I talk about this since probably July or August, which state we at right now, since August. So if you look at this, and if you can figure out where are we at right now, you are in a better position than the rest of the trader or other investor. Are we in anxiety, denial, panic, capitulation, anger, or depressions, or disbelief? Please comment below. Sometimes technical analysis is going to a certain extent. You can do that, but you don't want to catch the falling knife either. I think a lot of YouTubers saying that they're going to buy something, I think last week or something. I think at this time, you've got to be careful. But this is not financial advice, and I could be wrong too. But at the same time, you don't want to catch the falling knife. A lot of people just jumping to the gun to pull the trigger to buy stuff, but I could be wrong too. So you never know. It's basically up to the whale how they want to play the game. It's not up to us. So just be very careful out there. If you find this video helpful, please smash the like button and subscribe to my channel. Also share with your friends. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out the upcoming airdrop giveaway or token swap. And you can also follow me on Twitter as well. So make sure you find helpful, like, subscribe, comment. That would be great. All right. Remember, crypto deep divers, we the people take control of our money. Stay wise, stay safe, peace. I'm not a financial advisor. Investing in ICO or cryptocurrency has inherent risk. Please use your due diligence.